Have a nice day. My name is Miroslav Reiter from Bratislava University of Economics and Management, and I would like to present the topic of my research paper with title Comparative Analysis of Enterprise Architecture Frameworks, TOGAF, Zachman, and FEAF. Very briefly about content of presentation and research paper. At the beginning, we will look in introduction and abstract of our contribution. Then we will discuss the aims and methods used in the research paper. We will analyze the result. In the conclusion, we will be happy to hear your question and discussion. We will look at the recommendation from the result of our research. Paper has classification NL86, M15 and O32. We use multi-criteria comparative analysis. Today I will discuss the critical role of enterprise architecture in helping organizations navigate digital transformation. Enterprise architecture ensures IT strategies are aligned with business goals, which is essential for success in today's fast-paced environment. I conduct a comparative analysis of three key frameworks, TOGAF, Zachman, and FEAF. I will briefly cover the methodologies, processes, and how flexible and suitable they are for different types of organization. Each framework brings their own benefits, particularly in improving business processes and managing resources effectively. However, challenges such as need for expertise and financial investment are important to consider when implementing these frameworks. To conclude, I will provide practical recommendation for organization, whether you are looking to adapt a single framework or combine them into a hybrid model. The focus should always be on meeting specific needs of your businesses. In today's digital and transformation era, enterprise architecture is essential for managing and optimizing business processes. It ensures that IT infrastructure and business strategies are aligned, which allows organizations to respond effectively to rapidly changing market conditions. As digital changes grow more complex, selecting the right enterprise architecture framework becomes even more important. In this presentation, I will focus on three major frameworks, so TOGAF, Zachman, and FEAF, each offering unique approach to planning and implementing IT strategy. The main idea behind enterprise architecture is align the organization strategic goals with its technology infrastructure. This allows for management and coordination of IT system, business processes, and information flow, promoting efficiency, flexibility, and suitable growth. By using enterprise architecture, organization can optimize resources, improve decision-making processes, and stay responsive to changes in dynamic environment, which is key to long-term success in today's fast-evolving digital landscape. Now let's take a look at the strength of enterprise architecture frameworks. They are highly flexible and customizable, which allow organizations to adapt them to their specific needs. They use an iterative approach, ensure that IT strategy remains suitable in long term. Additionally, these frameworks provide a clear methodology for architecture development and benefit from strong community support and professional resources. TOGAF is one of most popular enterprise architecture frameworks globally. It was created by the Open Group and offer detailed and methodical approach to design, developing, and managing IT system. TOGAF is highly flexible and adaptable, making it attractive to organizations of various sizes and types. The main advantage of this framework is ability to align business goals with methodology solution while providing methodology that allow for efficient management of changes and processes within the organization. Another strength is direct link to modeling languages, which helps in translating complex IT strategies into actionable models. Over time, these frameworks allow to continuous improvements of the architecture responding to evolving business and methodological conditions. However, there are some weaknesses as well. These frameworks can be seen as too expensive, require significant resources for implementation. And they might not be suitable for smaller organizations, and businesses that need faster result might find them too slow. A Zachman framework is another significant approach to enterprise architecture, focusing on ontological structure for classifying and organizing enterprise assets. These frameworks offer a highly complex model that enable detailed understanding of complex relationship within an organization. Zachman differ from TOGAF by emphasizing organization and classification of information, allowing managers to better understand the overall context and relationship with the company. Framework is ideal for organizations that need highly structured approach to documentation, which helps in organization complex process efficiently. It's particularly beneficial for large corporations offering control over all aspects of enterprise architecture, including IT systems and business processes. However, it's not a development methodology on its own, and it requires additional tools for implementation and change management. It also lacks different connection to modeling languages, which can make execution more complex. And lastly, the framework is somewhat static, making less adaptable to rapid business changes. FEAF, its acronym for Federal Enterprise Architecture Framework, is a framework designed for the needs of U.S. public sector. It's developed by for federal agencies, provides clear methodology for managing complex IT systems, and they are essential for the proper functioning of public organization. Focus on five main components: performance, business, service data, and technology architecture, providing an integrating approach to managing IT and business processes. This framework is particularly suitable for government and public organization in USA. It's especially designed to improve efficiency, interoperability, and collaboration between various government agencies. Another key strength is standardization it offers across different agencies. However, there are some notable weaknesses. The framework is tailored mainly for U.S. federal sector, limiting its applicability in other contexts. Additionally, it is not development methodology by itself. It requires other tools for change management and implementation, and it lacks different direct integration with modeling languages and has barriers to innovate due to lack of flexibility in resources. Primary aim is to explore and analyze strengths and weaknesses of TOGAF, Zachman, FEAF enterprise architecture framework through literature review and comparative analysis. Goal is to provide insight into theoretical foundation and practical application of these frameworks in various organization contexts. Through review of existing literature, scientific articles, and case studies conducted to identify core features and application of each framework, is establishing a foundation of understanding their performance in different environments. And comparative analysis, its systematic comparison of frameworks is carried out, focusing on adaptability, flexibility, process management, scalability, and integration capabilities. This analysis highlights the advantage and limitations of each frameworks in diverse industries and organization settings. Data collection period spanned from April 2024 to June. Research involved samples of 1,185 participants, with the final sample size being 124 fully completed questionnaire. Especially 49 of these was 10.5%, which is typical for studies of this scope. Questionnaire use survey consists of 31 questions aimed to evaluating the adoption and effectiveness of selected enterprise architecture frameworks across various sectors, particularly focusing on their practical implementation and organization impact. In our research paper, we are interested at answers to 4 research questions. First question was, which enterprise architecture framework provide the most guidance for practical implementation? Second question, which framework is the most flexible in adapting to different types organization? Third question, which framework is most commonly used in public sector in Slovakia? And lastly, fourth question, which framework provides the broad support for managing changes and strategy? In Cooperative's enterprise architecture models, we select criteria that reflect different aspects of effectiveness and suitability for specific organization or project. These criteria include the following dimension according to the table which were used to create a next radar chart. These criteria provide a comprehensive view of different aspects of enterprise architecture model and enable object comparison of their advantages and disadvantages for specific application. And based on these criteria, we created radar chart to visualize strengths and weaknesses of each model. This visualization facilitates the decision-making process by offering a clear and objective overview of the various dimensions of effectiveness and applicability of frameworks. For data collection, we utilize a combination of secondary sources, including academic articles and case study, as well as questionnaire distributed to enterprise architecture experts. The data from the literature and case study provide both theoretical and practical foundation for comparing the frameworks, while the questionnaire response offer up-to-date insight into real-world implementation and different type of organization. So this is the radar chart with selected 10 criterion. Research result, TOGAF stood as most comprehensive framework for practical implementation. Its structure architecture development method, so-called ADM, helps organization systematically development enterprise architecture, making it especially useful for large organization. It's a question to Zachman's flexibility. Zachman was recognized for its flexibility, particularly in providing detailed documentation and multiple perspective on enterprise architecture, making it suitable for organization that needs structured, systematic approach. Here's question 3. TOGAF in Slovak public sector. TOGAF is most widely used framework in Slovakia public sector. Its detailed methodologies and support for managing complex IT systems and interoperability between governments department make it preferred choice. And lastly, here's question 4. Managing IT strategy changes with TOGAF. TOGAF provides strong support for managing changes in the IT strategy. Its iterative ADM process allows organizations to adapt and refine their architecture during digital transformation, ensuring alignment with business goals. So finally, let's take a look at discussion and conclusion. Framework stability analysis show that frameworks like TOGAF and FEAF are highly versatile and adaptable, making them suitable for a broad range of organization needs. On the other hand, the Zachman framework offers simplicity, making it better fit for small-scale project where easy of implementation is crucial. Strategic alignment. One of key factors when selecting framework is how well is aligned IT strategies with business goals. A comparative analysis underscored that enterprise architecture should act as a bridge, ensure IT serves the business effectively and drive synergy between departments. Cost and resources consideration. Cost and resource availability are also significant in choosing the right framework. While frameworks like TOGAF may have higher upfront costs, Their expensive professional support ensures smoother implementation, which can save resources in the long run. Future-proofing with innovation. Lastly, focusing on innovation potential of these frameworks help organization future-proof their IT structures. Frameworks like TOGAF allow companies to remain competitive and adaptable to emerging technologies, ensure long-term success. In this paper, we identified the following theoretical implication: framework adaptability. The analysis underscored the importance of adaptability in enterprise architecture frameworks. Highly adaptable frameworks like TOGAF and FEAF are better suited for dynamic environments, supporting organizational agility and flexibility. Strategic alignment. The study highlighted the need for enterprise architecture to serve as strategic enabler, not just an IT tool. Alignment IT with business strategy is essential, expanding to concept of IT business alignment in enterprise architecture. Scalability as a key factor. Scalability is another critical component. Framework like TOGAF and FEAF help organizations scale as they grow, reinforce their importance in handling changes in size and complexity. Resource availability and adoption. Availability of training and certification plays a significant role in adoption of frameworks. This finding adds to the understanding of what drives the widespread use of enterprise architecture frameworks. And the innovation potential. Finally, the study emphasizes the innovation potential of frameworks, particularly in adapting to emerging technologies. This adds to theoretical discussion about future-proofing IT structures and fostering innovation in organization. Implications for practice are important, and these are framework selection. When selecting an enterprise architecture framework, organizations should focus on alignment with their specific business goals and IT needs. Frameworks like TOGAF and FEAF, which offer flexibility and strategic alignment, are ideal for this purpose. Professional support. It's also important to consider the availability of training and professional resources when implementing framework. Comprehensive support like the offered by TOGAF can lead to smoother adoption and better long-term results. Scalability and innovation. Finally, companies need to assess the scalability and innovation potential of frameworks. Choosing one that supports growth and emerging technologies will help businesses adapt to changes and stay competitive. I will be happy for any question and discussion, and it's also available references as listed in presentation. Thank you.